So we'll just build a good base. If you build a good foundation, you can build it as high as you want, right? A lot of people, they skimp on the foundation and they're trying to learn all these cool things and then really they don't have anything. Boxing, we wanna have our power side, for you, our right hand in the back. There's obviously exceptions to that when guys start switching and working both ways, but for right now, we're gonna work our dominant side. But first thing is angle. We wanna make sure we have a good angle, right? If we're square like this, number one, we're not gonna have any rotation, okay? So look at my hands. There's no rotation here, okay? Whereas if I'm on an angle, I can now rotate my shoulders and my hips. The other one is, if you run at me, there's no way for me to get out, right? I'm gonna have to run backwards, which is not an efficient way to move. Where if I'm on an angle, you run at me, I'm able to push off and shuffle back. Number three, look how much surface area I'm giving defensively. Square here, you can hit all of this, okay? Everything's wide open. Whereas if I'm on the angle, a lot less to hit, right? I'm a lot skinnier, right? It's like taking a paper and turning it sideways. Now it's literally just a line, okay? So you wanna constantly try to be a line rather than a square. All right, so let's set up our base. So first you're gonna set up your base by squaring up like this. I want you to just drop this foot back, just like you're about to run a race, okay? About shoulder width apart still, right? You don't wanna go too far back. Then you're gonna turn this foot a little bit towards your opponent, your front foot, okay? And the reason for that is, if we have our foot straight, like this, watch what happens when I turn. I put a lot of pressure on my knee, right? So it's hard to rotate. Okay, so we wanna have a little bit of an angle, so now it's a little more easier for me to start rotating, right? Back foot wanna be parallel, so you wanna have a parallel feet. So you don't want your back foot facing out like this or too much straight. A nice and parallel base. Okay, and then you wanna engage in the back foot, meaning you wanna be on the balls of your back foot, right? On the balls of my back foot. Okay, that's where our power, that's where our spring comes from. If I'm flat here, I'm gonna have to take two steps. One is gonna come up and then shoot out. We wanna minimize those steps, right? Those extra wasteful steps in between. We just wanna be already engaged, that way you're ready to shoot off. So you're gonna have that back foot engaged. The next thing you wanna think about is like a spring, right? We wanna have as many angles here on our back side. So if I'm straight like this, there's no angles. There's literally one angle, right? That's not good. If we have more angles, right? I have 1, 2, 3, 4. This is like a spring, right? So this back hip, I wanna sit down. I wanna make sure I have as many angles. I wanna compress the spring. Now I'm ready to shoot. If I'm tall like this, it's like taking a spring and already stretching it out. You have nothing. Does that make sense? Be one thing to think of, you don't wanna be too square and you don't wanna be too angled. So you wanna be about like maybe a 30 to 40 degree angle. Engage in that back foot, yes. All right, so your next thing is gonna be moving, okay? So our first